Good morning, everyone. My name is Bella Grace. This is Suki and my partner Cameron. Today we'll be presenting the Little Free Library. So for our needs assessments, we knew we wanted to work with the youth in the DeLand community. And after research, we found that the DeLand High School has about a 46% literacy rate. The state average for Florida is 50%, so that is below. In an interview with Miranda Beeler, who is a math tutor at the DeLand High School and also a Stetson student, she stated that it was hard for her students to comprehend even the simplest of math problems. And so that really echoes the sentiment that illiteracy is generational and impacts adult life. So after finding all of this information, we reached out to several elementary and high schools to see if they had a need for a Little Free Library to implement. A Little Free Library, for context, is a little house that houses several different books and is available for students and adults to pick up and exchange when needed. When we found a lack of interest in the schools in the DeLand community for a Little Free Library, we pivoted and targeted the neighborhood center of West Fallujah. And luckily they reached out and with zeal, and we have a partnership now. The neighborhood center of West Fallujah is essentially, its goal is to feed the hungry and house the homeless. It has a food pantry, a thrift shop, and has several sites where different families and individuals live who don't have a home.
Awesome. And then onto our proposal, our timeline was pretty standard. We initially went in trying to contact different schools about our project proposal just to gauge overall interest and to see where the best fit would be. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make too much headway with the schools, which is why we kind of went over to more of the internal side, just finishing up our needs assessment, our project proposal, to make sure all of that was done in the background and to really solidify what we wanted out of this project. From there, we went ahead and built the library and filled it up with books. And for the books, we were able to get some from Goodwill, as well as a couple of our friends donated some books, which was really helpful towards making sure that our library was going to be fully operational. From there, we, with the help of Kevin, were able to network with the neighborhood center of West Volusia. And from the start, they were really, really interested in our project. And it was luckily, and we were fortunate enough to make a partnership with them. So today at around 2 o'clock, we're going to be placing a library at the neighborhood center of West Volusia, and we will be presenting to all the staff at their staff meeting next Wednesday. So we're really excited about this to make sure that the project is really going to be able to be fully implemented and ready to go in the next 1 to 2 weeks. As for our team roles, Bella was a team liaison, basically just reaching out towards different community leaders just to see who would be interested in the project, as well as just combining all the efforts to make sure that the entire project just ran smoothly. I was logistics, so I also helped with making sure everything ran smoothly, as well as working on the project proposal and the presentation. Cameron was the treasurer, so he worked on reaching out to Dr. Denner and the honors to make sure that we were able to get the funding, worked on our budget. We requested around $280 and got the full stipend for it. And Cameron went ahead and purchased the Little Free Library, a post, as well as the charter for it. Then onto our plan. So really the goal here was to just receive funding for a Little Free Library with the goal of having around 10 to 15 different books that would be continuously replenished and changed throughout the year with the help of the neighborhood center of West Volusia. With that, our partners were the Little Free Library. Since we bought the Little Free Library from them, we have a charter with them, effectively meaning that if you went ahead and try to Google for Little Free Libraries, we would be able to be shown on the map, so people are able to see that these resources are available to them. And obviously the neighborhood center of West Volusia is instrumental in our project, as it will be housed at their center. And they're going to also be helping us towards making sure that this project is sustainable, which Cameron will go into further.
And the final portion of our presentation encompasses the reflection phase of the honors project, in which we discover ways to sustain our projects and reflect on what we have learned throughout. Concerning our sustainability efforts, we plan to frequently visit the neighborhood center to replenish the supply of books and ensure that the literature in the library is appropriate with the goals of our project. We will also make sure to complete any maintenance when necessary with the materials that we will donate to the neighborhood center. The Neighborhood Center has also agreed to assist in the supply of books in the future and plans to adopt the library's charter so that it is registered with the Little Free Library organization. And moreover, in our project, we have learned the importance of community engagement. The honors program at Stetson ensures that students step outside of their comfort zones when enrolled in the program and become familiar and active with the local DeLand community. By installing the Little Free Library, we have learned that interacting directly with the members of your community instills a sense of belonging that connects us, as well as the students of Stetson University and the members of the honors program, to the local DeLand community. And with this sense of belonging, we can become more involved in issues such as illiteracy that threaten the well-being of our town. And finally, we have learned the value of encouraging reading in youth. As referenced in earlier slides, illiteracy is a generational problem and conflict that must be addressed as early as possible in the lives of children. Neglected reading skills can lead to difficulties in finding jobs in today's competitive work environment, or even in fulfilling your obligations as a citizen. Overall, we hope that our Little Free Library will at least make a small impact in the ongoing battle against the literacy challenges that threaten the members of our local community every single day. Thank you.
And that's our abstract.